breaking down how he got robbed in Hollywood. And this is crazy. Y'all check this out and stick around for my commentary.
To the unions. SAG has done nothing. Check this out. I made $12,000 for doing Hustle and Flow. And then on top of it, what Paramount did, instead of putting my name as Terrence Howard performing the songs, they put performed by DJ. Well, they own DJ. So guess what? The performance royalties went to Paramount. They went,
Wait a minute. They didn't go to Terrence Howard. They went to
$12,000. That's all I ever made from Hustle and Flow. Everything else went right back into Paramount. So now I got to sue Paramount or send them a letter.
Are you serious?
I got to send them a letter to say, hey, you guys owe me about 20 years worth of residuals and performance royalties. But I didn't know. I was just trying to pay my rent then. I made $6,000 doing Crash. Crash didn't.
I remember the movie Crash. Yes, that's right. That's right.
The business don't pay actors anything. That's why the strike is going on. Actors are struggling.
As you and I were kind of joking earlier, it's hard out here for a pimp.
Yeah, it is hard unless you do it right. Get rid of the union.
Now that's crazy, man. I'm be honest with you. That's how the industry plays the game, man. And I'm gonna go through it one more time, except I'm gonna pause it. And I'm gonna break down each of the things he said, because it's a lot to unpack, and I ain't got the time to, remember everything. So here we go.
SAG has done nothing. Check this out. I made $12,000 for doing Hustle and Flow. And then on top of it, what Paramount did, instead of putting my name as Terrence Howard performing the songs, they put performed by DJ. Well.
Okay, he said Paramount paid him $12,000 for Hustle and Flow. Now, depending on the budget of the whole film, I get it. But if you're a working actor and you have already a resume, you get, what is called, what we call music points. Every time you're every time you get hired to do something and it's successful, your price goes up. That's dealing with your points. So this guy, Terrence Howard, is doing Hustle and Flow for $12,000, and I'm sure he's been in other stuff before Hustle and Flow. That should have been more like $50,000. I wouldn't do anything for under $50,000, because you have to think about it. You have to get paid for the time that you're not working also. And I understand he probably was under duress, and he's going to get paid because he was under duress during those times. So he's going to win some money. They'll probably settle out of court, because I know the industry, some of these movie people don't want everybody to start suing. But he was under duress, definitely. But I will say this also. When you're doing music and performance rights and everything, you have to have a good business manager, and a good business manager, and a good lawyer. Those things will help you counteract some of these legal ways that these people try to get, these companies try to get around paying you. Because it's all in the contract. They only do what they say in the contract, but it's the legal jargon behind it. So you have to have people in your corner that can break down each individual line and have your request. And have things that you will do or you will not do. Sometimes it just got to be like that. But let's play the rest of it.
They own DJ. So guess what? The performance royalties went to Paramount.
Okay. Again, this is when your business manager and your lawyer should taking care of you. Anytime you're doing performance rights and things like that, you sign paperwork. You have paperwork that you sign. So if he's doing music and he's not signing the proper paperwork or sign his portion of it away, that's on you. But you got to get people who understand and know what it is. Now, I'm pretty sure he started talking, and the way he found out is talking to people who actually do the business right. And I'm sure he fired a lot of people because once you find out actually how it works, you'll understand how to position yourself when you're going for a role or doing some music or whatever. But that definitely, I think that definitely was either business partner or manager flop, fail. That was a manager fail, definitely. That shouldn't have happened.
Wait a minute. They didn't go to Terrence Howard. They went to
$12,000. That's all I ever made from Hustle and Flow. Everything else went right back into Paramount. So now I gotta sue Paramount or send them a letter.
Are you serious?
I gotta.
Again, he's gonna win that because he's under duress. $12,000 is not enough to feed anything, especially when it comes to Hollywood and big budget films, or even mid-size or small budget films. You should be getting like $20,000 to $50,000. But I will say again, you know, your TV rights, your royalties, everything like that, your team is supposed to make sure everything is done correctly and you make sure you get that money. That's what they're getting paid for. So, you know, I understand where he's coming from, because a lot of people get jerked because there's a lot of dishonest lawyers and a lot of managers who don't know who can't even read paperwork. And that's another thing. You got to be able to read your paperwork.
Send them a letter to say, hey, you guys owe me about 20 years worth of residuals and performance royalties. But I didn't know. I was just trying to pay my rent then. I made $6,000 doing Crash.
He's going to get some money. He's going to get some money. All you got to do is just be under duress. And it seems like he was under duress for taking $12,000 for Hustle and Flow and $6,000 for Crash. You're definitely going to get some money, because legally you can't do that. You know what I mean? He's going to get some money.
I remember the movie Crash. Yes, that's right. That's right.
The business don't pay actors anything. That's why the strike is going on. Actors are.
I totally disagree. The industry does pay. They pay lots of money. They have lots of free capital. The problem is the business end. If you go into it being naive about business, the paperwork will show you what's happening. I can't say that enough. And maybe some people be like, oh, how do you know all this? What do you know? I've been dealing with music, paperwork in the industry for a long time. I work with some major and independent artists. Y'all look me up if you don't believe me. But at the end of the day, you know, it seems like he trusted a lot of people and a lot of people let him down, which is, you know, usual in Hollywood and music, because they don't care as long as they get their cut. But I'd rather see the artist succeed. You know what I mean? And it's sad to see, you know, these actors and artists now coming into and kind of like an enlightenment of, oh dang, I'm supposed to have this and this and this. I'm glad they are, but it make you hard to trust people after that. This your boy DJ Cree. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe.